Hey, I'm the cinematic witch. It's morning here and I'm going to work on my TV pilot. I've been working on it for 2 months already and still I'm really far away from the results. But anyway, I'm going to take you to my writing session today so you can also dive into my world of screenwriting. Writing is a whole ritual for me. There are things that really make it special. Before I start, I try to make myself comfortable, but usually I end up in some pose like this. I bring some tea or cocoa, take a blanket, open the software I use today, but I've realized that the most important thing in my writing is lighting. I like to write in the daylight like this or in a dark room with warm lights. It's romantic, but at the same time, it keeps me focused on screen. Since English is not my native language, I practice a lot. And here is a few websites that I use to practice my English language skills, especially English writing skills. Also, apart from that, I read a lot of English books. Wait a second. And this is not the full collection that I have. When you read a book normally, oh my gosh, that's not a book talk or book video, sorry, so we are not talking about that. So I'm reading a lot of books and I also read a lot of articles in English. One more life hack that you can use, I'm sure that everyone does that, I create a special playlist for my writing. So my playlist is called Unexpectedly Writing. I add there some songs that really touched my soul and that are really close to the feeling that I want to get from my screenplay. And since most of my stories are dark and moody, this playlist doesn't really change. I just add songs there. And it's really great to see how the same song can feel different when you write another story. Before I start writing, I always check my copybooks, my iPhone notes, because I usually write a lot during the day, during the night. If I have a crazy dream or a strange dream or a dream that seems like, oh my god, this might be a good pilot, a good shot, a good feature, I just write it down to my iPhone notes while I'm sleeping. This is like my superpower. Sometimes when you write this down at night, you think, oh my god, this will be the best plot ever, but when you read this in the morning, it's like, what? But I check it anyway. And actually, I'm not always starting with the exact thing that I'm going to work on. Like, if I want to work on a pilot, I don't always start with a pilot. Sometimes I begin with short stories or just a few sentences of a different story to start with. After that, it's just long hours of time lapses where I write, scratch, write, take a break, think, write, and write. And I only stop when I don't know what to write or when I'm tired. But if I don't know what to write, I use my wonderful cork board, which is now designed for my TV pilot. So it's outstanding. Every time when I'm starting a new story, I'm starting a new cork board. By the way, I haven't used this cork board a lot this time because I'm always changing my plots and it's kind of really hard to always write down these notes, but I like to use corkboards. It's a wonderful tool, really. If you don't like the corkboard, try to use it a different way, because usually it's just you don't know how to use it, or you use it in a not suitable for you way. Most of the things that I did with corkboard is so effective, you know, when I know how the plot is going to be built. For writing, I use these apps, which are great, but sometimes I end up just writing in Google Docs some notes, some parts of the screenplay, so don't think that you really need some paid software to start writing. No, you don't. Just start writing any way you can. So this is kind of my writing world and my writing process. Actually, I go really deep down inside my world, and when it's time to get back, I have this long, pleasant aftertaste. And I always have an intention to tell the world everything, like everything that I've just written. But this is not a great idea, even though I like to tell about my stories. I like to have the magic of it, even though in Save the Cat, which is one of my favorite books on screenwriting, there was a very important thought that if you are afraid that some magic will disappear if you tell someone about your screenplay, this means that your screenplay is bad. So I'm trying to control this feeling of magic because this is an important feeling for me, but at the same time I'm trying to talk with people about my screenplay after I finished the writing session, because that what makes it real, and that what makes you feel like you're a writer and not just a person who types something in. Right after the writing session, I don't talk to anyone. I just enjoy this feeling of creating something that stays with me for a few more hours or maybe days. So usually I just sit and think about the worlds that don't even exist, or exist in my head only. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to put thumbs up, what else? Subscribe to my channel and leave a comment if you like this video. Stay cinematic and don't be afraid of witches. Bye!